Hi students, amidst the lockdown due to the pandemic COVID-19, we the science teachers of SBJC are so happy in presenting you this and making yourself engage in learning. Food is a basic requirement for all organisms to carry out their various body functions like digestion, respiration, excretion, etc. Farmers are the backbone of a country. They play a major role in producing crops in order to meet the large-scale requirement of food for a large population of people. So regular production, proper management and distribution of food is necessary. In this lesson, we'll see elaborately about crop production and management. As children, we should know the importance of food in our day-to-day life, and each of us should not waste food because all living organisms need food. Plants alone can make their food by themselves by the process of photosynthesis. All animals, including humans, cannot prepare their own food. So, we all are dependent on the crops grown by our farmers. Tools used by the farmers are called agricultural implements. Different tools are used by farmers to carry out this process effectively. They are kurpi, sickle, shovel, wooden plow, cultivator, seed drill, hoe, etc. All these tools are the improvised form what were used by our ancestors. Early humans ate raw fruits, vegetables, and started hunting animals for food. Birth of agriculture. Till 10,000 BC, people were wandering in groups from place to place in search of food and shelter. Later, they could cultivate land and produce rice, wheat, and other food crops. This is how the agriculture begins. Today, we will learn about crop, types of crop, basic practices of crop production, that is agricultural practices, preparation of soil, agricultural implements used in preparation of soil. Crop. When plants of same kind are grown and cultivated in one place on a large scale, we call it as a crop. In order to meet the requirements of the growing population, farmers has to cultivate crops on a large scale. Example of crops are wheat, rice, cereals, vegetables, and fruits. According to our needs, we have to select different crops in different seasons to enhance production. So we should know about the types of crops. There are two different types, kharif crops and rabi crops. Kharif crops grow in rainy season, generally from June to September. Paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut, and cotton are examples of kharif crops. Rabi crops. Crops that grow in winter season, generally from October to March. Wheat, gram, pea, mustard, and linseed are examples of rabi crops. Besides these, pulses and vegetables are also grown during summer at many places. Basic practices of crop production. We all know that paddy is a kharif crop, that grows in rainy season because it requires a large amount of water to grow. On the other hand, wheat is a rabi crop that grows in winter season because it requires less amount of water to grow. So depending on the nature of crops, farmers and all of us have to follow some activities before growing a crop. Cultivation of crop involves certain activities undertaken by farmers over a period of time. These activities are referred to as agricultural practices. The activities involved are preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting, and storage. Agricultural practices should be followed in order to have enhanced crop production. Now we all can say the agricultural activities together again. Preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting, and storage. Say the third process in the agricultural practice. Yes, adding manure and fertilizers. Good, very good. What is the sixth process in the agricultural practice? Harvesting. Yes, the sixth step in the agricultural practice is the harvesting. What is the first step in the agricultural practice? The first step in the agricultural practice is the preparation of soil. We all know that the first step in the agricultural practices is the preparation of soil. The top layer of the soil supports plant growth. Thus, turning and loosening of topsoil is very important for cultivation of crops. Preparation of soil. This is the first step in the agricultural practice before growing a crop. The important task is to loosen and turn the soil. This will allow the roots to penetrate deep into the soil and the roots can breathe easily. The loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes. The process of loosening and turning of the soil is called tilling or plowing. This is done by using plow, hoe, or cultivator. So we all know the first step in preparing the soil is very important for growing a crop. In the loosened and the turned soil, the roots penetrate deep into the soil and it can breathe easily. Once the soil is loosened, automatically microbes and earthworms starts enriching the soil. This enables a lot of humus in the soil and the fertility of the soil increases. The process we call as tilling and plowing is essential for a crop to grow productively. This is done by using a plow, hoe, or a cultivator. The first method in the agricultural activity is a preparation of soil and is done by plow, hoe, and cultivator. Since ancient times, we are using the plow for plowing the field. It is used for tilling the soil, adding fertilizers to crops, removing the weeds, and scraping of soil. This is made of wood and iron and is drawn by a pair of bulls, horses, or camels. The three main parts of plow are plowshare, plow shaft, and bean. The plowed field may contain pieces of soil called crumbs. Crumbs can be broken down with the help of a plank, and leavening of soil is done with the help of leveler before sowing the crop. So from this we understand that plow is used for tilling the soil, adding fertilizer to crops, removing the weeds and scrapping of soil in order to enhance the production of the plants. The three main parts of the plow are plowshare, plow shaft and beam. Strong triangular iron strip is called the plowshare. The main part of the plow is a long log of wood which is called as a plow shaft. The beam will be placed in the neck of the bulls to drag the plow effectively during plowing. Now a video will be shown to show the ancient method of preparing the soil by plowing. Ancient method consumes time and labor, but is very good for the human beings as well as animals, as it will not pollute the environment. The modern method for preparing a soil is by using a cultivator. Modern method saves labor and time. A large part of the field can be plowed using cultivator within a small fraction of time. The next agricultural implement used for plowing is hoe. This is also similar to a plow and is used for removing weeds and loosening the soil. It consists of a bent plate, handle, grip, rod and a beam. It is pulled by animals like bulls, horses, etc. Now only we have seen a video for the new method of plowing, that is by using a cultivator. Cultivator saves labor and time. Cultivator is driven by a tractor and is nowadays often used by farmers more in the field. How is soil replenished with nutrients? Soil contains minerals, water, air, and some living organism. Dead plants and animals get decomposed by soil organisms and nutrients gets released back into the soil. Manure increases the fertility of the soil. Earthworms and microbes loosen the soil and act as friends of farmers, thereby adding humus to the soil. So we should conserve soil by using biodegradable substances more so that the soil will be replenished again with nutrients. So as children, we should be aware of not using non-biodegradable things inside the soil to decompose. We'll have a summary of what we have learned today. In order to provide food to a growing population, we need to adopt certain agricultural practices. Same kind of plants grown and cultivated at a place constitute a crop. In India, crops can be broadly categorized into two types based on seasons, rabi and kharif crops. It's necessary to prepare soil by tilling and leveling. Plows and levelers are used for this purpose. Now I think you all might have understood what's a crop. type of crop, preparing soil, and now we'll do some exercises. First, the fill-ups. The same kind of plant that grow and cultivate on a large scale at a place is called dash. The first step in agricultural practice is dash. For growing a crop, sufficient sunlight, water, and dash from the soil is essential. Crops growing in rainy season are called dash. Crops growing in winter season are called dash. So the answer for the fill-ups, the first one, crop. Second one, the preparation of soil. Third one, nutrients. Fourth one, kharif crops. And fifth one, rabi crops. Now the second activity is arrange the following in proper order to make a flow chart of sugarcane crop production. The activities given are manuring, plowing the field, sowing, preparation of soil, sending crop to sugar factory, harvesting, and irrigation. I'll give you 10 seconds to make it in order, and then I'll give you the answers for you to check. The first activity is the preparation of soil. Second one, plowing the field. Third, sowing. Fourth, manuring. Fifth, irrigation. Sixth, harvesting. And seventh one, sending the crop to sugar factory. I think you all might have come with the correct answers. Please check once again. The first activity is the preparation of soil, plowing the field, sowing, manuring, irrigation, harvesting, and sending the crop to sugar factory. Now the third activity is classify the following plants into kharif and rabi crops. This already we have seen in the type of crops, and now the crops given are wheat, paddy, gram, bajra, ragi, barley, oats, maize, pea, mustard, soybean, linseed, groundnut, and cotton. Wheat is a rabi crop. Paddy is a kharif crop. Gram is a rabi crop. Bajra and ragi are kharif crops. Barley and oats are rabi crops. Maize is a kharif. Pea is a rabi. Mustard is also a rabi crop. Soybean is a kharif. Linseed is rabi. Groundnut and cotton comes under the kharif crops. So now again we'll say the kharif crops alone. Kharif crops are paddy, bajra, ragi, maize, soybean, groundnut, and cotton. Rabi crops are wheat, gram, barley, oats, pea, mustard, and linseed. I think all of you might have come with the correct answers. And the fourth activity is draw and label a plow and a hoe. I think all of you can draw by looking at the picture given before. I think all of you have understood my presentation. Thank you for watching this session. I am Sita B. Srinivasan signing off. Thank you. Extra video to recall. List the activities carried out by the farmers for paddy cultivation.